Hi everybody, this is Jeff again. I was just wanting to do another tutorial on the Linux shell. Just doing some basic commands right now on this one. Come back and I'll have another one. We'll get a little bit more involved. I kind of just wanted to go over some basic commands to, that way you get you started a little bit. You just need to log into your Linux system, or if you have it on Hyper-V or VMware Player is what I have it on here. You can go in there and kind of play around with it, and if you mess it up, you destroy your whole Linux operation, or you do something terrible to it, it's a lot easier to delete it off of your VMware or Hyper-V, and then just take another 30-45 minutes to reinstall it again, and then you got it back on there and you didn't mess up your whole computer. That's the way I do it, and I can go in and mess with it, and it helps me learn a little bit better because I'm doing it hands-on. I'm not just writing it all down and reading it. And so kind of wanted to go through here and show you some basic commands to kind of get you started and let you go in there and play with it, and that way you could kind of start getting the hang of it. So right here you can see that I'm logged in under my username under the shell command right here. Now if you type in on here echo, echo is one of the really basic start off commands. What it does is it basically just echoes what you type, puts it back onto the screen. So I'll put it in here. Echo, put hello. My name is Jeff, and hit enter. It's not going to put the echo out there in front of it. What it's going to do is everything after the echo line, it's going to spit out on that line there for me. If you're in here, you're in your file directory. The ls command is going to list the files and directories in the current directory. So I'm actually in here on my sign on under my command on my home page, on my home bin. So let's backspace out of here. Also, if you're on here and you type some commands on here, you can hit the up arrow key, and that's going to start going through the commands that you've typed, and it'll save you some time. And if you're typing the beginning of the commands all the same, and you just want to change something on the end there instead of having to type it all out, you just go through there and hit the up and down arrow keys, and it'll take you through some of the commands that you already typed in there. So that's helpful. It makes it a little quicker to go through. If you want to list or see the present directory that you're working under, you just type pwd and hit enter, and it's going to tell you that the directory that we're using under the shell right now is, of course, my home directory. So it's a /home/jhill. If you're going to switch users and you want to switch to the root user, you type in sw- and then you type in the password, which this is all something that's set up whenever you or your administrator is going to set it up. But if it's at your house, something you set up your administrator password, which is your root your root, which is the person just like an administrator. Type enter, and it's going to take you down to that, and then you can type pwd, and you can see that's your root directory that you're working under. So if you're not sure if you're under your root directory or not, you can just type pwd and it'll show you on there. And if you want to change the directory, you can also change the directory. You can go on here and hit ls. It's going to list all the files and directories under the root directory. And if we want to change directories, we can go to change directory and hit let's see, the /etc. It's going to change the directory. Now you're using the root, but you're under the /etc directory. So we'll hit pwd again, and it's going to tell you right here that you're now working under the /etc directory. So still staying under this etc directory. If you wanted to create another file, you could type touch and then put let's say we're just gonna make up a file here. We're gonna be my file and hit enter. It's not gonna show anything. There's no, as long as you don't get an error, you know that it's made that file. And just to make sure, you can type ls and you go in here, find right here. There's my file. If you want to go in, let's make another file here. We're going to just put my file 1, hit enter, and hit ls again, just to make sure it's in there. There's my two files right there. And then you can, to display the contents of a file, you type cat, C-A-T. Let's just see, we're going to put in here paper size, and see this is what's in that file letter. You can also look up multiple files, so where you can put cat group, and then we could put a space, and let's do that. Let's just do f-stab and see what's in there. It should bring us under both of them. It'll tell you what's in both of those files there. These are what's the other files are and directories are that are in underneath the root user /etc directory. And now, if you want to remove your files or any files that you have that you don't want in there, we can type in rm. That's going to be for remove. And we're going to do my file and hit enter, and then we're going to hit rm again and type in my file 1, because those are the two files that I made, and then type ls again just to make sure that it did delete them. If you go up in here, my files were right around in here, and there you can see they're no longer there. So that's how you remove a file. Another good one to have on here. You see all this, all this stuff is on your computer, on your shell. It starts getting kind of just full and messy looking. If you type in clear down here and hit enter, it's going to take all that off there and clear up your shell screen. Also, you can do if you want to know some information about one of the files or directories, type in info, and we're going to see the /etc. What this does is it gives you, let's see, we'll go up here to the top, hit page up, which I guess there is no page up, there's only a page down. We're already at the top. Kind of explains what this /etc file is, what it does. It gives you some basics right in here, and it tells you type in Q right here. It'll tell you type in Q exits this. D will return here. H gives a primer for first time users. Down here it tells you some basics about it. Tells you bash, this is what we're in. It's the new GNU. I'm using the SUSE Linux Enterprise 11 born again shell. It's going to tell you the common options. this date import formats, the file permissions, access mode, finding files. You hit, it tells you right here, find. Kind of just goes over a lot of the different things that are in the Etsy file. Let's see if we can scroll out here to the bottom. And it's probably pretty long because there's probably pretty much stuff, a lot of stuff in here. Let's see. Yeah. And then we hit Q. We're right here at the end. We're done looking at it. You can hit Q. It's going to take you right back out to your command page. If you do, you can also do the manuals. You want to look up a manual under any of the directories. You want to know a little bit more about how to use them. Hit man, and we're going to do the etc directory, and hit enter. Well, okay, well that didn't work. Let's see here. Man, mail. That's one of the files that are in the etc directory. We'll hit enter. It's going to tell you it's found all matching manual pages. Which one do you want to look at? We're going to hit 1. Okay, and this is what it's brought up. This is MailX, send and receive internet mail. The description, it'll tell you the description right here. And then the following options are accepted. These mean that if you type in man and then a space and mail and then a space, and if you type the -A, it's going to execute an account command for the name after the startup files have been read. In other words, you'll type A, and where it says name, you'll have to put the file. If you type man -A and then the file, it'll attach the given file to the message. I guess this is if you're emailing. These are your mail to send. And you can scroll down here all the way to the bottom. It goes over your sending your mail, reading your mail, disposing of your mail, specifying messages. It basically goes over everything on mail and tells you what all the different other commands you can put in there with your mail. Now I found a really good website. It's called explainshell.com. You can go in here and type in mail and hit enter. What it's going to do is it's going to pop up. It's going to tell you mail is to send and receive mail. And if you click on mail up here, it's going to have all these commands. And this is what you type in after you would type in mail and to send an email. These are all the extra commands that you can use with mail. And then it tells you what they're going to do. This is a really helpful website I found that you can go in there, and if you know the start of what you're trying to do, you can type it into there, and then what it does after that, it'll give you a list of all the extra commands you can put behind what you're doing, and then it tells you what all those do. So, and if you at least know where you're trying to start at, you can type it in here, and it'll tell you what the extra commands are that you can put in there, and tell you what they do. So you don't have to. If you know mail, you don't have to know all these 10 or 15 extra commands that you have on there that you can use. You can just type it in here and find it, and then you know which one of these you need to use. So we're on here. We just hit quit, and it'll take us right out of there. If you do help and see, type mail. I don't know how we do this here. It's a mail type and then help. Sorry, did it the wrong way. Subject. It's going to tell you what the subject is. You want to ask you for the subject. Let's just type in commands. Hit enter. It should come up here and tell you what the the help files are for it. Well, it's not. May got stuck on here. Hang on a minute. Okay, so those are some of the really common, easy ones to remember for file commands and stuff like that. You want some system info? There's some real easy stuff. You can type in date. It's going to tell you the date and the time. You can type in calendar. It's going to show you the calendar for this, what the calendar of the month that we're in. You can type in uptime. This is going to tell you what time it is now. I've been on here for an hour and 12 minutes. And there's two users, which would be my home directory and the root user. You can type in who am I on here. It's going to tell you who you're logged in as, which is, I'm logged in as Jay Hill, so that's who it's going to pop up under there. You can type in finger, FINGR, and then user name, which would be Jay Hill. It's going to tell me some information about the user. Login is Jay Hill, my name Jeff Hill, directory /home/Jay Hill, and my shell is /bin/bash. I'm just going to say I've been on since Sunday this morning at 6:33. And again, it says I've been on since Sunday, August 24th, 7:37. No mail, no plan. You can go in here. You can type in let's see if this where is. Let's first do this. Let's type where is /Etsy, where it should come up and tell you where the /Etsy directory is. Let's try this. Type in where is mail. It's going to say it's mail. Then you're going to have, these are all the different directories for your mail. You got a /bin mail, /user /bin mail, /Etsy /mail /Etsy /mail.rc. You got a user bin, XL mail, user share, man1 mail.1.gz. So as you can see, type in where it is, and then you're gonna, whatever file you or directory you want to look up, what it's going to do is it'll tell you these are all of the directories where you can find the command mail. You can also do, if you're wanting to do some networking, just like you can do on your command line on any Windows computer, you can type in ping host, and it should ping the host. Give it a couple seconds to work. Make sure it doesn't freeze up. There it goes. This is ping unknown host. Who is domain? You can type that in, and it's going to tell you that it's not found. And it's probably doing this because I'm on VMware. That's why it's probably not gonna. It's not pinging the host right. Let's see. We're here. You switch over to your root user account again. I'll get it up here. Alright. Back to your IP, you're pinging and figuring out your IP address. type in if config and hit enter, it's going to show you right here. Here's your Ethernet that's plugged up. It shows Ethernet, your hardware address, your INET address right here. Your IPv6 address is right here. Up broadcast running multicast. And of course, it's going to show you all this about your internet, your local loopback is your internet address is right. Your IP address is right here. And now that you got that in there, you type in host, and then let's see what we're going to do. 127. Type my 127.0.0.1. It should do a DNS lookup on that IP. Of course, it's going to say it's not found. Let's see. We can do it on the one that was above there, 192, 168.23.128. Yeah, I gotta find them on there. I think it's because I'm using the VMware, but I'm not real sure. Your host name, you type that in there, and it'll tell you the name of the machine, which is what it's showing right here. Your name of your machine is Linux-6KKS, and if we type in host Linux-6KKS, it should do a DNS lookup. So you know no servers could be reached. There's no servers on here. Type in the info command, and let's see, mail. I don't know if that's under there or not. It's basically going to do the same thing as the man command, but with hyperlinking available. Let's see, we go up, down. It's going to tell you again all of the secondary commands you can type with the mail command, and it's just to go through there all the way to the bottom. It tells you all of them. Get to the bottom of it here. But it does the same thing as your man command. It's just the info command does it with hyperlinking. You hit quit, and it's going to take you back out of there. I'm going to switch user again to hello. I'm sorry. I'm going to exit out of here. Exit back into my home location. If you want to make a directory in any other directory that you're in, you type make dir, and then you can, whatever directory you want to make up, we'll just do let's just make a directory test, and then if we do an ls, you're going to see right here I have a directory right here that I just made. Now if you want to go back and remove a directory, just type in rm for remove, and then dir for directory, and then type in the directory you want to remove and hit enter. And now if we do an ls again, you'll notice that that directory is gone. That's pretty much all of them. I think I went over pretty much all the basic kind of stuff to kind of get you started. There's a ton of commands that you can type in to do all kinds of stuff through your shell your bash shell, and I mean there's a lot of other stuff in here that goes a lot more in depth. I just kind of wanted to go into kind of some of the basic stuff. My next tutorial, I'll go over go in a little bit more depth about some other things, and I'll make quite a few tutorials going through here explaining what some of directories, all the directories, the commands do, how you work around all of it, how to add users, how to add groups. It does get a lot more involved. That, and it's too much to kind of try to force all into one session. I think I kind of hit all the basics for you on how to kind of get you started, basic commands in there, get to looking around, how to find files and stuff like that. I appreciate you watching. If you'd subscribe to my channel, I'd appreciate it. You can subscribe to the channel there right around the video. And just thank you for watching, and hopefully you'll come back and watch again. And I really appreciate it if you would subscribe to the